Hey, what's up, guys? It's Siobhan of MLNNNYC, and today I'm here with Goddess Indra.
Yes.
And you don't even know, it's about to be a serious conversation. It's gonna go crazy, but we are talking about phototypes and colorism, and the idea that as a Black conscious woman, a woman of color, we have to have a certain look to be woke.
Right.
And I know a lot of y'all are asleep, so I hope you are awake for this conversation because it's about to be steaming. Okay? I was just telling Indra when I first cut off my hair and I'm like, I'm going natural and I want to do something different. I've been weaving for years. I'm over it. The way people approach me completely changed. The same street that I walked down for about 3 years. Hey, Ma, what's good, Ma? Yo, come talk to me. Can I talk to you for a second? Oh, you gonna speed up on me? You're not talking to nobody on the phone. Like those dudes, they was like, hey, goddess. Hey, queen. And I'm like, oh. So, what happened to that a few minutes ago? The last few years that I've been walking past here, you've been coming crazy. But now that I have short hair and it's natural and it's curly, you have a different approach to how you talk to me. So clearly, straight hair or weave, you're looking at like, oh, she's down for whatever, or whatever kind of girl. And this is the idea that, number one, what type of Black woman are you? And there's no type. We're multidimensional, as we've been saying throughout this channel. You'll be hearing we are multidimensional. Everybody's multi-talented, multifaceted. We could listen to Back That Ass Up and then listen to Oh Shoot, or listen to India Irie,
Erykah
Badu, and we're just still the same person. Nothing changed. We're not being hypocrites. We're just saying that there's levels to this. There's really levels to this, and there's levels. So, yeah.
I always found that like really interesting how, people always think like with me, like as soon as I started becoming awake and started embracing my culture and being natural and everything, but my father's Puerto Rican, so I remember when I first started doing my fro, I remember one time he looked at me and he was like, you going out? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, aren't you gonna do your hair? I'm like,
it's done. This is how I came to the world.
This is my hair. What do you mean? And I had to like kind of like be like, what, fuck that. I'm beautiful. This is how I am. But it's hard at first when you first start because they don't want to accept it. They don't want to accept that. And like people think that because you're light skinned or you're dark skinned, that they have an automatic like idea of who you are. And I'm so like, that's from like as a child, like that's so annoying. Like
it's just corny. At this point, it's 2016. Like we are really captivating, holding onto, and dragging these post-slavery ideas that this is how we have this Willie Lynch syndrome, and we are riding it strong. And there's a lot of people who aren't awake, but there are a lot of us that are. And the same people that you're friends with down the street, you can still have that conversation with. Learn where they're at, when they're with themselves, and try and bring them along in the conversation. It's just been crazy. Like, people have been posting, oh, there's 2 types of women, and they post Erykah Badu and then they post Nicki Minaj. It's like, yeah, there are 2 types of women. There's more than 2 types of women. And Nicki Minaj has, even though she speaks crazy lyrics and she's fun and she does, she uses what was her environment as her lesson point and where she speaks from. So does Erykah Badu. It's completely. You disagree?
Listen, I don't. I'm not a big fan of.
I'm not a fan of her.
I respect the hustle and everything like that, but when you over sexualizing yourself and you degrading us as Black women, that kind of I kind of look at you a little suspect.
Nah, I think this is where the levels comes in because she's very awake, but it's a monetary value because. What happens is people don't know how to separate the image from the person. So it's like, okay, for example.
I understand what you're saying.
Like people don't know when to separate it. So it's like I'm not a fan of hers at all.
Yeah.
I don't like her music. I don't like her aesthetic. That's not me.
Right.
Period.
Right.
But I can listen to it and I can take that this is what it is. I don't live by it.
Yeah.
Some people can't separate
Yeah.
and differentiate
That's
the
true.
music that they listen to.
That's true.
And that's a whole separate conversation. But she does post a lot of stuff for artists. A lot of artists don't like to talk about issues of racism.
That's just like Beyonce.
But she spoke about it. She speaks about it sometimes. Every here and there, she might throw up a little something, you know.
On what?
On a Twitter or
oh,
they don't want to mess up their money. They're gonna throw it up on a little media and call it a day.
That's it.
But there's so many different types of black women, and there's so many layers. Beyonce formation was crazy.
That whole situation was crazy.
That situation was crazy, but it was such a... Beyonce is the only celebrity I know who has no personality, but people are obsessed with her and they love her. When I first heard Formation, I was like, okay, I honestly don't get it.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't see what levels you're trying to hit. And a lot of people in the conscious
saying?
community were just like, oh my God, a major celebrity is standing up for us. I didn't feel like that, but there's levels to it. So maybe that was her way of doing it.
Right,
I don't necessarily know the direction because, as I say, she doesn't really have a personality, a signature, or something that you can identify her as other than a black woman who was sexualized.
Right. I think we got caught up in the hype of the Super Bowl because if the song has this little like, oh, you know, I love his nose and my baby's hair. Okay. But the whole performance at the Super Bowl really
is what
with the whole
Black
power,
everything, and made it something more important than what it was.
What it really was.
Initial video was like, okay, I really don't get it.
It was like some trap hood type.
What are we trying to do? Who are you as an artist? And then
she's whoever you want her to be.
Yeah, exactly. Super Bowl performance. It was extremely important, even though it's months later. It was super important for us to see not only women of color. All different shades of melanin.
Right.
All different looks, even though they had afro, they all had different features, different looks.
Right.
Their aesthetic was gorgeous. Their shapes was completely different.
Right.
And that's what it is. Like, even if they all had an afro, they were all completely different women.
Right.
And sometimes we haven't learned how to separate that. We haven't learned how to say, okay, this is Indra, and Indra is a black woman who's powerful in this, and this is Siobhan, and Siobhan is a black woman who's powerful in this.
Exactly.
And that's okay, because when I seen Indra at a party and she was turned, I didn't seem confused. I wasn't like, oh my God, I thought she was conscious. Well, I guess she's not that conscious, you know. But I was like, this is the levels to it. Like, I could listen to Bobby Shmurda, but I'm not becoming
brainwashed.
Bobby Shmurda. I'm not allowing myself to be brainwashed by it. I'm like, number one, it's an industry I'm not gonna feed into, but I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna go out to an event. I'm gonna hear it. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna enjoy myself. But I'm not going to be corrupted by this. A lot of times we don't understand that people could be listening to something. People could be dancing to something. That doesn't normally necessarily mean that they are a huge fan of it, that they are in agreement with 100% of everything. So I think people haven't learned that as black women or as people of color in general, you can be exactly who you are without. There's a difference between being a hypocrite and being multifaceted.
Exactly.
And people haven't learned the definitions of both of those words.
Exactly.
So it's like people are like, oh, blah 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 blah, but she's a hypocrite. It's like, no, a hypocrite is a pastor who is like, oh, I need y'all to give me, you know,
your rent money
for these prayers, and you're gonna get healed today. And then you see them on a plane flying out, and you impoverished.
They private jet,
and you don't know what happened. That's kind of like. And that's kind of like the hypocrisy, but saying, okay, I could go listen to this song at an event and have fun with my people and celebrate us and celebrate the fact that we're all together.
But you see how you just make that connection though? You said that you talking about church. That's the problem. The conscious community is trying to make this like almost like a religion, like a church. Like there is no rules to this like that.
Talking today, I don't want to edit none of this.
No, because it gets annoying. Because like for example, my hair is straightened. This is all my hair. You know, this is my natural hair. Not knocking no sister that wears weave that chooses to do that. But you know, it does not make me less conscious or less awake if my hair is straightened. Like it shows the versatility of our hair. You know what I mean? I'm very proud of the fact that, you know, I could wear it curly, I could wear it straight, I could braid it, I could twist it, you know. The other people can't do that. I'm just saying. But, you know, I'm proud of who we are. And this is part of who we are, period. The Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians, they had their hair, you know, the straight hair, fake straight hair that they had and everything like that. So, who are you to knock me?
Oh, I've had people, even after I got natural, like, people have been like, oh my God, when are you going to go natural? When are you going to go natural? And I'm like, oh, I'm natural. I'm 100% natural. I wear a weave every few months. I take out my hair. My hair was out every few months, every few weeks. And that's what I did. I used weave as a protective style to help grow my hair and to keep it at different times. Then when I finally cut off all my hair, it was like, one person who I was dating told me, what did he say? He was like, I don't know if that's going to work. And how are you going to, what did he say? He was like, how are you going to be somebody that I bring home to my parent?
No, he did.
Yes, he did. If you got colored hair, how are you a natural woman with colored hair?
Exactly.
And I'm like, how? This is a rinse, and people been rinsing their hair and putting face paint on for centuries, just as we've been wearing gold for centuries.
So what are you saying?
This has been a part of our culture for hundreds of years. Colors, dot. I'm like, I'm not processing.
Right.
You know, I'm like, I rinse it, it comes out every few weeks, I put it back in. It's
not.
So what?
So
and I'm
what?
just like, I hate having to explain
exactly
how much I am. Like, some people are like, oh, you don't sound like a black woman. You be switching your voice up? And I'm like, no, I don't switch my voice up. This is how I sound. And now I have to talk to you with this level. And I didn't even want to get here with you. So I kept it at a high level so that you can see that I'm excited and I'm loving.
Right.
But now you got me messed up. Now I gotta talk to you on a lower level. So it's like, we have these standards of what we think it's supposed to be a conscious person.
Right. And honored that you even thought about me with this. You know, I'm all about sisterhood, and I'm all about, you know, us building together and doing things together, because, you know, we're so quick to support other people who don't care about us, and other companies that don't really, you know, support black people.
Right.
And we won't support, you know, our sisters and our brothers, and we need to change that. You know?
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
Bless up.
I'm Siobhan, and this was Goddess Indra, and we are so MLNNNYC.
Yes.